Welcome back, Plug Nation. Today we have a insane video because so much has been happening. We got the first legend talking about DF, and we also have two very important topics that I want to talk to you all about and have a discussion with in the comment section down below. So whatever you got to do, make sure that like button is blue. Some people say theirs is black. Go ahead and make it black. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And let's get into the video. So you all know that in the last quote-unquote patch, it was really a hot fix, not a patch, just a little tiny patch that 2K can put into the game. They fixed the hot shot badge and special delivery. So now it takes 2 hot shot plus special delivery Hall of Fame shots to get takeover, and that's only 1 takeover, whereas you used to get team takeover in 1 shot. By the way, if you see me fading away a lot, these are old gameplays of me going crazy. I'm sure you guys can understand that I didn't want to hop on the game to get new gameplay, especially since 90% of the video there's going to be tweets and stuff on the screen, so you're not even going to be able to see it. But anyway, this whole patch came out, and a lot of people are apparently not as good as they used to be, if you know what I'm talking about. Double H said, okay, so I'm confused. What did 2K patch besides IQ contained? Is there like some patch notes? Can I take a look at? He said they didn't patch me. Double H said, bro, you just lost 7 times in a row and then ended stream, ... But hey, the 2K20 servers are still up. So I don't know. You guys let me know down below if 2K patch fadeaways, because I haven't got on to really try it out. I haven't been fading away a lot. But anyway, Cole the man said 2K21 can be great, man. Devs just got to fix these problems in the game. And I've been saying that literally since the first week, that this game has so much potential and it's just not being reached at all, with all the error codes and the double level not working and all the issues in the game, getting 50% less level in other affiliations, so you don't even want to play there. Dignify said this: hopefully 2K21 next gen going to pick up soon, ... because. And this guy said, do you think the new patch is going to attract new players or old players to come back? He said maybe. So this new patch is supposed to come out that Ronnie talked about on his stream on Facebook around the beginning of the month. Hopefully this is a gigantic patch, because as you guys know, it's been a month and almost 2 weeks since the last patch. The last patch was on December 14th, ladies and gentlemen. So after all this time, if 2K doesn't do some sort of crazy gigantic patch, I'm done. And what I mean by that is we can tell with this patch if 2K wants to continue to try and make this game good, or they're just done with it. If you all remember in 2K18 when that game needed a patch so bad, and then they patched Michael Jordan's tongue, which got memed for a long time, we knew that game was doomed. So we're gonna see how much 2K really cares in this next patch, and that's going to tell a lot on if 2K wants to make this game work or not. Dignify said, not going to lie, at this point, I miss the old build systems, ... Joe No said, people thought I was crazy when I said double archetypes allowed you to be unique. And then Dignify responded with, gotta be a better system for 22. Sucks to say 8 months away though. And this is a huge argument, or whatever you want to call it, from the 2K community, where people are on both sides. We should have play styles, we should not have superstars, blah, blah, blah. And I've been talking about this in previous videos, but this is the one where I'm really going to break it down. People that wanted superstar builds and all that on 2K, and they don't want to be tied to a certain play style or whatever, those people are not wrong for wanting that in this game. What I'm saying is 2K put it in incorrectly. There's only one position that's really a quote-unquote superstar build. We haven't got to see them make a game where you can make quote-unquote superstar builds in every position. They messed up the build creator. This is not what people asked for. Now, I keep getting dragged into this y'all thing. I don't know why people keep saying this in like on Twitter, and every time a creator says anything, they say, y'all asked for this, y'all asked for that. No, I never asked for superstar builds. And I also never asked for affiliations to be in the game and it not be portals like in 2K17, and also get 50% less level for each affiliation that you play in that is not yours. Like I've told you guys before, I really do not care if the game has superstar builds, quote unquote, or they have archetypes, double archetypes, triple. It does not matter to me. I'm still gonna do my thing. Now I want you guys to comment down below, because we have already seen what archetypes and double archetypes do, but we haven't really seen quote-unquote superstar builds since like 2K16, 2K15. So this year, in my opinion, doesn't show what a superstar builder system would look like, because they only did it for the power forwards. The other builds aren't really superstars. That's why everyone has to make a 6'7" power forward if you want to have quote unquote a best build in the game. And you can't blame people for the build system being like that because 2K messed it up. We didn't get a prelude, which would have been obviously pointed out in the prelude and fixed, hopefully, if 2K listened. But that's just how the game is. Now, also, the people that ask for affiliations are not wrong for this game because 2K once again did it wrong, like I was saying. For a few months, I was telling you guys that this game will have affiliations on next gen. Drop a like if you guys remember me telling everyone that this game was going to have affiliations months before it was even announced. But I wasn't saying the game has to have affiliations. I was talking about the game should have multiple parks, right? We want multiple parks a lot more than we want affiliations. And I also said if they do that, it needs to be like 2K17, 2K16, 2K15, where every different affiliation has a portal where it's separated by a different server. That's not what 2K did, and that is what is causing a lot of issues with the game. Like, say you walk up to the Northside Knights, you hit A or you hit X, and boom, it takes a 2-second loading screen, puts you into the Knights. Whereas every single player in the entire city is connected. Plus, where they really messed up, and we've been trying to get it changed, as you guys are hearing me talk about video after video now, the 50% less level for playing in other affiliations. So we were all excited, including me, say, hey man, I want to play in this park today, I'm going to play in this park tomorrow, but you get 50% less level, which almost every single person in the community is dragged away from. You know what I'm saying? It makes you not want to play in the other parks. So it's either 2K rebuilds on what they have right now, they fix the 50% thing and they do whatever and separate the servers, or they go back to like one park, and you'll see in this tweet right here what I'm talking about, how it kind of does make sense for 2K to go back to one park if they're not going to fix or build upon what they have messed up with this year. So I tweeted out on Twitter and I said this: I wanted multiple parks and don't really care for affiliations. Now that we've seen all this does is divide the community, I think 2K should give us one park initially with good level rewards and give us a new park every 1 to 2 months. And then I said the whole y'all thing people keep using is so annoying. Y'all asked for this, y'all wanted this, like I was talking about earlier. Y'all is not me. I don't know why every single person who says that, they group every YouTuber into one opinion. You're not going to find a video where I said, hey, all the cities should be together and people should get penalized for playing in other parks and stuff like that. You're not going to see a video of me saying that. I promise you. $1,000 for anyone that finds that. I'm not going to be saying that. But what do you guys feel that 2K should do? Now, what I meant in that is that we would have 12 or 6, so 6 to 12 new parks every year. We would all be in one park, and then every 1 to 2 months, 2K would give us a new park. So by the end of the year, we would have more parks than we have in this game right now, and we would also have really good level rewards. Plus, it wouldn't be divided. Every single person would be able to play each other without any penalization. You wouldn't have to run all the way to the other place or whatever it is. We would all be together, and I think that would be better. Plus, I would, in my opinion, now your guys' opinion might be different, I'd rather play in one park and have amazing level rewards than have 4 different parks, be penalized for playing in the other ones, and also have the same rewards. So you guys let me know. I'm kind of mixing it in between something 2K has never done before and something that they could do, and Ronnie was talking about you get one or the other. How about you guys work on level rewards, give us one park, and then when the game drops, you work on another park to give us in 1 to 2 months. Now, a really good idea would also be to give us a park, a new one after 1 month for sure, even if you're doing every 2 months. That way it's really refreshing as soon as the game comes out, and then go to one park every 2 months or something like that. So you guys let me know. That's my opinion. I think that that would be really cool if 2K would do that, but we have no clue if they ever will. And we really don't know what 2K can do in the future because they've already got a huge city. What can they expand on more that is going to make the game more desirable for people to play? That's a video for a whole nother day where I'm going to go deep into that on, I don't think 2K can do much more with what they've already done. I mean, how can they really get bigger than a city? What can they do to really make the game fun and enjoyable like it was in the past for other players that are, you know, OGs and stuff like that? But anyway, let's check out this tweet right here where Double H said, why is Ronnie streaming the Mayor Showdown? Just like the other creators do it. Have T-Jack or MoBucket stream. Ronnie's stream just lags the whole time and everyone is unable to watch, making the showdown basically irrelevant. Nate said it keeps freezing, delayed, and he has no mods in the comments. Now, I was sitting there and I was watching this for like 3 seconds, and it was so unbearably laggy that I could just not watch it. I don't understand how 2K has this huge thing happening, the obviously biggest thing that they have going on, and it's not even working correctly. And I don't even think that the creators can stream it because no one was streaming it, I don't think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, Dignify said, I promise no one cares to watch a Mayor 2v2. Let's address publicly issues with the game and what we can do to make it better. Now, I kind of agree with him on that, but at the same time, dude, almost all of us creators have been, I mean, you guys see my videos over and over telling 2K what the issue is, and they're not really fixing it. Now, like I told you, they took a microscopic W from fixing hotshot and special delivery, but they still have a long way to go. So I really hope that this new patch is something that changes our minds about this game and just really sweeps us away. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, 2K did that? But anyway, Cole the Man said, you guys should definitely buff park level. I'm getting 0.1 every 2 games and I'm only in Elite 2. Consider it. Now, in my opinion, if you buy this game, if you buy 2K, you should be able to hit Legend by playing 4 or 5 hours a day, something like that. The only people, like you guys seen, the first Legends in the world were playing 22 hours a day on average. At the end of their grind, when you did all the math, 22 hours a day on average to hit Legend. And they were playing in every single double level server and all that to get extra level. And you guys can break that down. It took them almost 2 months to hit Legend by doing that. So just imagine someone regularly playing the game. You're never going to hit the top levels, never going to get mascots, stuff like that. And yeah, the game is just needing, I think, in my opinion, an easier level system. Not because, oh, everyone should be able to hit Legend, but people should be able to hit it that bought the game, that are playing, 4 or 5 hours a day. That to me is a grind. Playing 22 hours a day to hit it in 2 months, if you do the math, that's like still 6-7 hours a day every single day, and that is only hitting it at the very end of the year when you do that math, depending on what servers you play in and stuff like that to get double level and everything. But anyway, Double H said this on Twitter. He said, a lot of dudes are patch 3 made, so many people can't win on this game without takeover for 80% of the game. Now, I played a few games the other day after the hotshot patch, and it was amazing. People couldn't just get takeover in one shot and then beat me, and it was a much fairer game. You know what I'm saying? Much more competitive game. Now, 2K still has a long way to go, but at least they did that. Now, Power said this is a huge, because a lot of people were takeover made, and part of the reason Fates were so OP was because people always had takeover. It'll be different now. Now, that's something that I agree with on what Power said, is because I told you guys, I really don't think that fadeaways itself were the problem. It was people getting takeover in one shot and the takeovers and blinders. So people had pull-up precision and negative impact right away, and that was every single shot basically for the rest of the game. And then blinders is also a problem that still needs to be fixed, because you can literally be 1 inch to the side and boom, there's no contest at all, or the contest that you get is not enough to make someone not green a shot. Power said takeover feels more in line with previous 2Ks and how much it goes up with, instead of the super fast takeover in 1 to 3 shots that happen this year. So it's a much more enjoyable game where it was compared to now, but still, like I said, a long way to go. Buddy Boy said, I'm hearing fades are different now. And then his comments was saying, I still don't miss. There's a different timing. Green window isn't as big. But really, I think that 2K didn't do anything except for people don't have double takeover for every shot now. So it does look like people are missing more. We'll see when this new patch comes out, if it actually drops, what it does. But Jay Bridgeforth said, no, they just patched special delivery and hot shot. So that's exactly what I've seen. I've still been seeing people just green crazy shots. And with the takeover and all that, it's just harder to get it. Now, Power DEF said, unpopular opinion, affiliations in next gen make the game worse. It divides people and you can't even play another affiliation without losing level. Rival Day and Mayor is cool, but it's not worth how much it hurts the game. You should be able to play in any park without losing level. Now, like I said, once again, the people that wanted affiliations back, they're not losing on this argument because they didn't say, hey, you should get less level in playing in other blah, blah, blah. Now, that's what everyone says when they talk about affiliations are bad and those people lost, oh, they asked for it, and now they're crying about it. No, it's just that you don't get as much level playing in another affiliation, which makes absolutely no sense. So will 2K change that? I don't know. Will they build upon that next year? Because that's most likely what I think 2K would do. This little easy problem that they could take out the game, they're just going to give us a city next year if they do, and then remove that, and we're all going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's the 2K community. But anyway, Dignify on Twitter said, was there actual people that really wanted affiliations back? I think they ruined the game, not gonna lie. Now, like I said, bro, I really don't care if it's 1 park or 4. I just want new level rewards. That's all I care about. Having exciting level rewards and a reason to grind and play the game. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. I'd rather have new level rewards than new parks. Anyway, David said, nah, affiliations make 2K lit. It was just executed incorrectly, which is true. And then Power said gameplay makes 2K lit. Intel said they don't match the city. Jono said this is a common sense opinion. And Power DF said common sense ain't always common. Blah, blah, blah. And like I said under his tweet, I said that's not an unpopular opinion. It's just that 2K did it wrong, man. 2K did the affiliations wrong. So we really, just like the builder system, don't know whether it's right or not to have them in these games anymore. Hank said exactly. We said we wanted affiliations in separate parks, but not negative 50% less level playing in a different park. 2K doesn't listen. Lakers fan said I wouldn't call that an affiliation problem so much as it is a bad decision to decrease the level when playing rivals. I feel like it should be a boost for playing other affiliations, if anything. Now, the only thing, and we've talked about this before, is that is a good idea to give people a boost for playing in other affiliations, but then no one would ever play in their own one. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a whole mess in itself. Just make it all the same level. And then for rival day, we get to go to their parks and destroy them and get double level, triple, all that type of stuff. That's all you got to do, 2K. That's really all you got to do. Now, Microsoft was trying to charge people like $120 for their live subscription, and it used to be $60 for a year, and people were very upset, and then they changed it back. And then this guy quoted it, and it went viral with like 3,600 likes. He said, well, that was quick. See what happens when you voice your concerns correctly? Now, if only the 2K community had a backbone. And look, I guess this guy doesn't know me, or maybe he's talking about just the community in general, but a lot of us are speaking out. We're trying. We really are. Logo or not, like if I lose the logo for what I've been saying and trying to make the game good, then I guess I just lose it, y'all. I guess I do, but at least I'm trying. Now, Mike Wing liked this tweet on Twitter that said, okay, Mike, we need to hear from you ASAP. If anything needs to be a fix, it's fades. You cannot play any game without people fading to next year. It's an exploit to me because everyone and their mama doing it. We need a fix soon. Please respond. So you guys let me know what needs to be fixed on the game, and I'll send it to Ronnie2K myself in the DMs. Let me know in the comment section down below. But the first legend, the controversial first legend on NBA 2K20, Chalk, aka former Chalk DF, had to say this on Twitter. He said, still crazy to me that after all the success I've had with YouTube streaming and the positive likeness that I've had, majority of the community will never look at me the same because a virtual clan decided they didn't like me and wanted to lie and try to ruin my image. So, obviously, Chalk was talking a lot of trash about DF, and to be honest, that was really something that I never think about. When he left DF and there was a little drama and all that, really, I think that what a lot of people think about is the whole Zen controversy that Tyceno got involved with and a bunch of other YouTubers. Now, I'm not no Zen detective, all right? So I don't even know what a Zen looks like unless you have the shot meter off and you're centering every shot. So like I said, I was never in the yes or no if he's using one, because that's the only way I know if someone is actually using one. But I really don't think a lot of people look at him and don't like him or whatever because of that drama. When I think of the dramas he's been in, it's the Zen thing, it's the telling 2K that there was a VC glitch out and everyone was calling him a rat and stuff like that. I really don't think people look at it. I'm not sure why he tweeted that. You guys let me know in the comment section down below if you think that's why people don't like him or whatever he's talking about. But anyway, Solo DF said it's not even 2 times level. No. So 2K had an event, and it was something new, I think, that they did, and it wasn't even working once again. Power said there's no 2 times level in the qualifier. Like, 2K, how is it possible that every single event this year has had an issue? Now, this is important right here. I like this topic that Nut was talking about. Can we get an affiliation with the once core? Only way I'll hit legend this year. And Double H circled this right here on the park. There's literally room right there for a 1v1 court, and for some reason it's just not being used. Now, we've talked about this for 2 to 3 years now, especially on this channel, but a lot of people in the community as well, and 2K has not done it one time yet. Now, there used to be a 1v1 court in the stage, but this year it's an event, so you only get to play on the 1v1 court for like 5 hours once or twice a week. So yeah, I mean, you guys seen there's literally room for it in the park, or at least another court, and for some reason 2K hasn't done it. Now you might be saying, oh, there's one by right next to, behind the park. No, that's like where you can play with friends. You don't get a win streak, you don't get level, anything like that. 2K needs to add an actual 1v1 court. Anyway, Power DF said, the event center in next gen 2K has massive issues. I don't understand how we have 5 different floors, but there's only like 20 to 30 people in one event center. There should be 100 to 200. Why do they have all these separate event servers? They need to manage players better. Now, keep in mind, a lot of people don't have this game, right? So that's already one issue with the game not having enough players. Then it's got a lot of issues, so a lot of people aren't playing it. Then every single server is divided. East, West, Asia, Europe. All those servers, there's different players. Then it's divided by affiliation. Then when you go into the event center, there's 4 to 5 different tubes where you go up and then you can play in the events. And that's another division with all the players, being divided. So there's just so many things that divides people this year. And 2K has way too many servers for the events, because you walk into a server, you might play 1 game, maybe 2, and then you have to run all the way out, come back in, get a new server, play again. It's really messed up, and I'm not sure. We're going to see with this new patch, man, what 2K does, but I don't have high hopes, okay? I really don't. We'll see. But anyway, guys, it's your boy Bash Plug. You have been plugged in, and I'm out. Peace.